All right, this is Mr. McMurray, and welcome to this exciting Thursday morning. All right, yeah, Thursday morning. There we go. Okay, Thursday morning. Welcome to Thursday morning. And this is the tissue study guide. Is that not exciting or what? Okay, so what we're going to do here, the first section you can see here is the body tissue types. And you have different choices. If it says epithelial, you're going to color the epithelial cells that color. For example, these two first ones are epithelial. Then, so you're going to make a key up here, color them that color. Now, the name down here is where you would say like stratified squamish or simple cuboidal or simple columnar or whatever. And you would type what type of tissue it is here and here. Okay. Now, the next one is muscle cells. There are 3 muscle cells. I won't spoil it by telling you which 3 they are. 2 are on the front and 1 is on the second page. Okay, but basically there are 3 types of muscle cells, so you're going to color them whatever color, show that those are muscle cells. Now, for each muscle cell, you need to tell me it's going to either be, and I'm just going to put this up here so you can see it and you can write it down or whatever. There is one of each, and there is a cardiac, smooth, and skeletal muscle. All right, so you're going to have one of each of those, and that will go in the blank underneath those. To find these, there are pictures in the book. I believe about page 94 or so is where it starts, and then they kind of skip a little bit. Different type of tissues are in different pages, okay? There's going to be one that has a nerve cell. When you get to the nerve cell, you'll color it whatever color, and we know that nerve cells are called, that's right, neurons. Good job. All right, now the last thing is if it's connective tissue. Remember, connective tissue has cells and it has matrix. Like the bony, hard, bony part of bone is the matrix, and there's actually osteocytes or living cells in there. Okay, so basically if it has matrix, you're going to color the matrix, and basically that's going to be for any type of connective tissue. Okay, either fibers or cartilage or whatever else is in between there for their matrix. Now, if there is a picture of connective tissue, you need to tell me tell me what type it is. There's some of them that are a little bit iffy-ish, but you should be able to narrow most of them down, okay? So give your best shot on the connective tissues, and like I said, use the pictures in your books. I think they match pretty strongly with what we have here. All right? Okay. Now, the next section is there are descriptions that tell you different things, like they form mucus, serous, and epidermal membranes, okay, which is basically your skin. So tell what kind of tissue, put the correct letter or that would go in there to what kind of tissue would be appropriate. So, for example, supports body organs. Would that be connective, epithelial, muscle, or nervous? I would probably say connective just off the top of my head. Hope that's right. But anyhow, you can look those up in your book. All right, on this one, you have kinds of membranes. Now, you can use your membrane notes that we did to have a lot of this information, or you can look in the book. Where would you find this in the body? What is it made out of? What kind of tissue? For example, is it a certain type of epithelial tissue like simple squamish or stratified squamish or something like that? Is it osteocytes with a matrix around, a bony matrix or whatever? What is it made like? And then finally, is it wet or dry? If you remember, there is only one that is dry, and that is the one that includes your skin, so that should narrow that down. Then the functions, what do each of these membranes do? Okay, and their purpose. All right. Now, the last part is going back to some stuff we've talked about before. Parietal, remember parietal means wall, and so this, if you see the word parietal, you know it has something to do with the lining of the body cavity. Okay, whoops, got 2 I's in there. Lining, all right, lining of the body cavity. All right, so we know it means the lining of a body cavity. Now, pleura, we know, has to do with the lungs. So, this would be the body cavity around the lungs. So, you might get your little color thing over here, go drawing, and I don't know, let's just make it yellow, say, and say make this yellow over here. And then you might go over here and color, whoops, the body cavity around the lungs out here. So I would just do it like this. Now, obviously, it wraps all the way around it so that we can't cover it up. Okay, you get the idea. All right. Now, parietal pericardium, still a lining of a body cavity, or in this case, actually a sac that covers the heart. And so parietal, pericardium is going to be around the heart. So it's going to be the lining of the outside sac around the heart. Okay. Visceral, on the other hand, means organ or gut. So it's around the organ. The outside layer of the organ would be this. All right. Visceral pericardium would be the outside lining of the heart. And you see what I mean? Synovial is pretty distinct. You know where those would be. Mucosa is the inside lining of organs that are exposed to air. Okay? So, and some of the mucosas may be in more than one spot. But at any rate, there you go. So the mucosa is the inside lining of organs that are exposed to air. So if you will color those on here where they go, enjoy. Have a great day, and it's too late for that. Well, it's still pretty early, 7 o'clock or so. It's too late to have a good day. Have the best day possible. All right.